Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy on fire, and today we're talking about cannon strike, I'm sorry. And I don't really like the move that much. It's well, I'm gonna basically talk bad about it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna basically explain how to use it. But the move is super slow, and it's super readable, and it's extremely easy to punish. There's a and sometimes people will randomly clip the move, even though you were supposed to be you are the one making the right guess here, right? You were supposed to hit the crouching opponent, and somehow he hit you with his crouching move, and you got basically robbed, right? And yeah, so if you're new, if you're a beginner, I really don't recommend you using it. If you watch any of my old videos, links in the description, you can basically win with the flowchart alone, right? And there's no reason for you to use that. But now that I have that out of the way, it's time for basically to explain the moves right now. So the idea here is to have another layer to open another layer for Cammy, right? And that's air options right here. So we want to be able to jump freely. Every time we jump, the opponent has to guess. The opponent has to be afraid, and the opponent has to basically have no idea what you're gonna do next. And for that, we're gonna explain three cannon strikes here. The first one is the immediate cannon strike, right? The second one is the high in the air cannon strike, and the last one is the late cannon strike. So why would you use those, right? So the first one is you're basically baiting buttons, right? You're expecting Honda to basically press to press a button here, and right, so boom, and let's see, well, right, and that's how you do things, right? And that's the way you basically use the first type of cannon strike, right? You go in range for the button here, and you punish, right? So that's the whole idea here. That's the first cannon spike, the immediate cannon spike. Now, the high cannon spike, it's there's no real use for it, except for if you're brand new and you can't basically do a proper cannon strike. This one don't be in the middle of the air and do a cannon spike here. So this is bad. Now the last one is the extremely late one, and if Honda tries to basically normally anti-air, they will anti-air you, and you're basically gonna go extremely late, and then you're gonna cannon strike. So you're going extremely late, and then you're cannon strike. So boom, that's the whole idea behind those three. Now I don't recommend doing it, especially the last two. The last two are extremely easy to read, and they are extremely easy to punish, so don't do them. Now to go for the extremely important one, and that's the immediate one. That's what we're going to look for. So what you're going to expect here is 70% of the time you're going to, as I did before, you're going to basically punish a button, right? And you're going to try and punish a button here. So that's what we want to do, and we're trying to punish a button, right? So boom, that's 70% of the time. And the next one is if you go for jumps, right, and you notice your opponent is anti-airing you and he's reacting immediately, right? You just do a cannon strike here, right? So when he goes for it and he reacts with the, except a DP will kill you, right? A DP will hit. But if he's not DPing, if he's anti-airing you normally, you just do a cannon spike and he will get hit. And from there you can go for something like this, right? You can basically go for something like this. And yeah, so cannon spike into crouching medium, or you know what, don't use crouching medium, use light into medium spiral arrow, so use that for now. And now for the ranges, the light cannon strike, and you always want to be plus on block, by the way, so outside from here, where are we going now? So light punch, so in this range you want to do a light cannon strike, right? So 1 2 3, and from here you do a light, and you're gonna be you know, on plus. You're gonna whiff or you're gonna be on plus if you do it properly. So the next one is the light, the standing medium punch, a standing medium kick, right? In this range you will do a medium cannon strike. So as you can see, this range you do, well, in this range you do a cannon strike, so it's not an immediate one. An immediate one will whiff, so you're gonna basically hold it a tiny bit, you're not gonna do it immediately, but you're gonna hold it a tiny bit, right? If you do it immediately, you whiff like that. So again, after this range you're gonna do the medium, right? And from this range onward, you know, if you're here, you're playing footsies, you can jump and do the heavy. Again, from this range, you know, you're not in the basically hitting range, you're not in the poking range. And from here you do the heavy. From here, don't use it, you're not gonna get anything, but from here you use the heavy, so you're not in the poking range, so you can do basically do that, right? You do, again, you need to basically, the spacing is a little bit hard here, but again, so this is the range that you want to play footsies in, and you're gonna basically use a heavy cannon strike. So again, this is the range, and you use a simple cannon strike. So you don't do it immediately, right? You give it a little tiny bit of time, and as you see, if you use it immediately, you're gonna whiff. So try and basically try it in your training mode, and yeah, have a good time.